Congratulations are in place for IronMouse from Vshojo for not only having a successful subathon, but also setting a whole new record in the all-time sub on Twitch. But of course, there will always be people out there trying to find fault and trouble on this wholesome moment. Hello there, how's your day? Ame Gakita there. So obviously today, random chat before we start out. Congratulations IronMouse for not on, as I mentioned, having a successful subathon as well as reaching a whole new milestone. So obviously the milestone that we all have to sit down and start talking about random chat for today is obviously the issue that actually come with it. I'm sure that obviously that when someone set a whole new record such as a whole time sub on Twitch or having like a subathon along the line, there is always that people out there that is trying to find problems, trying to find fault, be it whether IronMouse hater or people from another community. So in this case, we are going to talk about the issue on hand. So when IronMouse actually set a subathon, it was also kind of like happened in between the moment when she actually got her YouTube channel terminated and then reinstated. So it kind of happened during that moment, and it really kind of like just show that sometimes YouTube aren't good at doing their job properly, and it's kind of like just showcase that. But at least the good thing is she got her YouTube channel got back, and at least YouTube learned from that lesson. But obviously on the other hand, before we also say that Twitch isn't innocent as well, but actually on one hand is that IronMouse able to set a new record, that also kind of like mean that she had overtake previous record holders such as Ludwig the streamer as well as another the previous record holder Kai Canet or Kai Canel. I had no idea how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry about that. The issue on hand is that Kai, his community aren't that happy about it. So obviously when Kai, who actually got we got the news about IronMouse breaking his own sub record, the first thing he did was congratulations IronMouse. That was all. He was happy for her. And most of that, the funny thing is that people take it the wrong way. People are unhappy about it. Some even saying that this is because it happened during the moment when the subscription fee is cheaper, or that is not how the record work along the line. It's like people aren't happy. But despite that, there is also another people is kind of like putting up the argument that, hey, able to reach over 300,000 subscribers is still is considered in a very great impressive feat, and it's not something that anyone can do it on a week. So for that to actually happen, obviously that people will always be unhappy about it. That actually got me really wondering, like those who actually so-called got into the moment or trying to attack IronMouse on her YouTube channel, maybe those haters along the line. But obviously, there are many other reasons for that, which we will not do any unconfirmed witch hunt, because it's at this point of time. It's just that people always out there trying to find trouble when there is no trouble in the first place, and it's really just show how ridiculous this whole audio is. At least that's how I think. But on the other hand, it's even more weirder than when they're like people even care about it. And this comment by McKinney-san is actually seem much like a better choice, because why do people care so much about this kind of thing when IronMouse is streaming and donating for a great cause and just being hosted in with her viewers? Her success doesn't bring high achievement down at all. People should be able to accept both, and I think it should be a thing. It's like just because IronMouse set a new record doesn't mean that Kai should be salty about it. He should be jealous about it. All he can do is just set a new subathon himself, and at the same time set a whole new record if he really want to overtake IronMouse. But what a lot of people need to understand that, as this is mentioned, IronMouse is actually going to donate most of the subathon money, at least around 50% of it from what I hear, to a good cause. Because anyone who know about IronMouse is that she suffers from some sort of disease that affect her ability to move. I believe it's some sort of immunity disorder problem, and that always in simple terms is that the immunity system in our body that is supposed to fight the disease that get us sick. Instead, it's also attacking our body that make us well. So it's kind of like that she has that issue. That's why she can't move a lot. And due to that, in a way, obviously she is donating that to a research facility, hoping that they can come up with better cure or better medicine to not only help her but also to help future generation or many other people who is also suffering from the same disease. So in a way, the only concern for me is that hope with that amount of money pumping into the research, the only thing I can only hope that the research facility, the research center facility, or whatever you want to call it, I hope that they can come up with a cure as soon as possible and heal IronMouse so that she don't have to suffer anymore. But obviously, considering that there are past cases of research facility that got a lot of people pumping money into it and it never get off to a, like they just eat up the money along the line, that actually got me very, very concerned. But obviously, if they actually do their research and they think that this research facility is worth helping, donating, there's nothing more for me to say. And more so on the part that she is donating out of her sub. So people who actually donate to, like, sub to her, she is using that money to also donate some of it to the research. So in a way, I don't see why would people complain about it. But obviously, some people try to twist it in the way that, hey, she shouldn't be having a lot of stuff, she is not worth, maybe she is a man behind using a girl's voice changer along the line. I guess I'm a girl in the background using a male voice along the line at this point of time. Because the thing is, right, it's weird that people always find this kind of hate among VTuber just because we don't show our face. It's just that to some of us, it's actually way more easier for us to not stream as a facecam streamer than with a VTuber model. So in a way, it made me easier to talk with my VTuber model. At least that's how I feel. But if people think otherwise, then I can't persuade them or talk down to them as well, because that's not my job. So the thing is, right, earlier when I mentioned Twitch also kind of like have to bend down a little bit. And I said bend down is that if they don't bend down and say congratulations to her, that it will be also bad on their hand. I mean, I'm sure people will be saying like, hey, she reached the all-new great top record. Obviously, Twitch is going to say, yeah, congratulations, because she reached setting a whole new record on the first highest amount of Twitch sub along the line. And if you ask me, right, if Twitch don't say that, it's kind of like they will be hitting themselves in the feet. And more so, it will be also look bad on the hand, considering that they also have past cases of attacking VTuber themselves. It's like Twitch attack VTuber for somehow, some way, somewhat, like banning them for way longer than a face cam streamer along the line, or saying that streamers should not, like VTuber models should not do have this or have that along the line. It's like, it's crazy. So when I say that YouTube having, like, when YouTube banned IronMouse channel for no apparent reason and finally reinstate, me, Twitch isn't innocent as well, because Twitch is also doing the same thing in a way, just that they people just make and they realize that, oh, it's their own fault, they unban it, and it's like, what the heck. So obviously, there will always be haters of VTuber out there. It's just that when IronMouse have the most sub, you have to understand the subathon, the money, some of them is going to go. You have to understand that the money that is go to her will be only like they have to do a calculation with Twitch first, where Twitch have to do the first amount. So if people say that, oh, she reached 300k, that means that she's gonna get around $1 million. Let's say, for example. The thing is, right, out of that $1 million, Twitch have a share on it. So if this is like 50-50 or 70-30, Twitch is going to get out to 30 or 50 amount of it. That means that Twitch is earning a lot themselves. So if Twitch decided to say that, no, yup, I think people will be very mad at Twitch no matter what. So Twitch had a share to that amount, and if Twitch is not going to congratulate IronMouse, yeah, they will be just hitting themselves in the face. So at least that's how I feel. So at the end of the day, obviously Twitch have to really say congratulations, and it means that in a way IronMouse have became one of their top earner. And whether anyone in Twitch is a VTuber hater or not, they have to understand that some of their salary came from IronMouse in an indirect way. So it's kind of ironic that people always think that they just there's hater within Twitch, which at this point of time, whether is it an allegation or just a rumor or not, let's just take that with a few pins also and like take the sword and throw at the screen if we need to at this point of time. The only issue at the end of the day is IronMouse set a new record. It should end at there. We should congratulate them. We should also be happy that there will be more fund put into research to help more people who is suffering from immunity disorder to able to have no issue with the disease, and hoping that there will be either a cure for it, if not having like some sort of medication to ease the pain, at least from how it look. But when people like some community from Kai's side is like saying that, oh, he should be angry about it, he should be salty about it. It's like the fans are angry for him. Like, I don't see the issue when Kai himself is saying that congratulations, IronMouse. Like, that should be the issue, and yet somehow, someway, somewhat, someone that is totally unrelated decided to just outright just say that maybe there is a grown man behind it. It's kind of ironic that in Khyo's video, he actually link in the description below that he like Ludwig himself, although I don't really like Ludwig for some reason, but if he is able to stand behind that IronMouse had blown past his old sub record and using the money to help like raise the money for charity, at least we should be something that we all should be celebrating as well. Even when it's like, it doesn't matter whether we all like each other or not, or whether we all know each other as all, is that if the money is considered for a good point, then I think it should be something to celebrate. And a lot of people didn't realize that there are actually some sort of Twitter comment war along the line where people saying that Kai is using the money for himself, whereas IronMouse is donating her money, most of it, to charity. So it's kind of funny that I have no idea, like I personally have no idea how true is Kai's situation as what people actually claim it is. But the thing is, right, if Kai really used the money for himself, from what I hear that he did some giveaway, he did some like he did help some people, so I don't think that's a very legit argument. But if he using the subathon for to enrich himself, then yeah, I think that should be called up if he's not using the money for a good purpose. I mean, like, in a way, from what I do know is that if I have people donate to me, I mean, in a way, I should be able to accept that, right? I mean, like, I can see that point. Some people say that you should just keep the money for yourself. There'll be also some people say, hey, if people give you money, maybe you want to give some of them to other people away along the line. Yeah, there always be like two sides of the coin. People always talking about what is right, what is like both sides got right, both sides got wrong. It's at the end of the day, it's kind of like everyone having their issue. But what we have to address is that the one that is actually causing the whole new problem is Adin Ross, or Adin Ross, or however you want to call him. The issue was that he started out hating IronMouse at the start about how maybe she was like a grown man using a girl's voice changer, or she's going to keep the money for herself, until when he learned that IronMouse is someone who is suffering from a disease, as well as that she is donating the money to the charity to help on the part where they will be hoping to come up with a better way to cure people that she is also suffering from. So obviously when he learned about it, he backpedaled and said, oh, that's a different story. And Rima-san actually kind of like say, in the best form from how I look at it, is that he's sipping at IronMouse for being the most sub streamer of all time. And then when he realized it was for charity, then he said, oh, that's the difference, there's a W. So if the subathon is not meant for charity, that it was meant for herself, he stand by his word? Is that what he mean? Because if in a way, if she's going to use the money for herself, I won't blame her as well, because she can be using the money to help make her life better. Maybe she can pay for the better hospital. She may be using it to pay for the best treatment out there to heal her illness. At least if that is how she use her money, I won't blame her for it. But obviously, some people just love to find fault within nothingness, even though when this is a wholesome situation from how I look at it. Yeah, people always make noise over who, how, or nowhere. And even more so that the same person, interestingly, is kind of like considered the sad man at this point of time. So it's kind of ironic that when I was like watching, I was doing all this research, and then I saw JAMARI's son video that I would let you guys to go and watch his video, link in the description below, because the best way to say in his own word, he is just sad. Like, I personally had no idea about how he going to the world. Is that he doesn't even know who his IronMouse is. Yeah, don't worry. I guess that a lot of people don't even know who he is or who his other top streamer is, because the thing is, right, it's thanks to social network, it's thanks to YouTube, it's thanks to Twitter, it's thanks to whatever social site out there that actually got a lot of people on the platform to be well known to by many people. But that does not mean that everyone know every single people. Even my own dad, my own mom don't even know who is the VTuber out there or who is the streamer out there. Like, even if you ask them, like, do you know Mr. Beast, or do you know that the Feastable chocolate that is selling at the supermarket is actually meant from them, they will just say that, oh, that chocolate tastes very, very bad. Huh. And old man, own parents saying Feastable chocolate, not only is it expensive, but it also tastes bad. How ironic is it, right? So the thing is, right, just because people go and say that they don't know, I always say this: if you don't know who the person is, search them out. Don't just out of nowhere say that, oh, the person reached the break high record, oh, the person is a VTuber, oh, we're gonna start hating. It's like, that's how hate come from. They don't know who IronMouse is. They don't know what is VTuber are. What is the purpose of a VTubing? And they start hating on VTuber for no apparent reason. It's like the discrimination was there. It's there. He is the freaking living example of why a lot of VTuber get hated for no apparent reason. So it's really, really stupid how people always go around saying this kind of thing when IronMouse should be IronMouse should be getting all the congratulations. She should be having a lot of wholesome moment, because that is all supposed to be how this case be closed. But again, like a coin that have two sides, there's always the other side. So at the end of the day, it's just sad to see this kind of thing that is happening within the VTubing community or outside of the community itself. But my advice to all sides is that just let the hate be gone. Don't out of nowhere start hate for no apparent reason. Or if people get a new record, congratulations, one word, that's all. People going to use the money for charity, better. We hope that you get better. We hope that many people who are suffering from the same disease also get better. That should be how the case be closed. But again, that is just all my speculative thought, just a random chat. If you have your own thought, your own view, your own opinion, just share in the, or write whatever you want in the comment below, whether you agree or disagree, or whatever you feel about it. But if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or totally random at time. But the one thing that is totally hope that is not random is, I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye!